Today, we're going to see how San Antonio holds up against the other major cities in Texas. That includes Dallas, Austin, and Houston. Hi, I'm Pam Roberts, Realtor and Team Leader of the Gateway Group at Keller Williams here in San Antonio. Welcome to San Antonio Homes Insider. On our channel, we give buyer tips and selling secrets for the real estate market here in San Antonio. Today, we're going to dig into some of the most important details that most people factor in when making a move. Let's get to it. The information on these cities is given to us by the National Association of Realtors, which keeps statistics on the housing market across the board. We are going to compare San Antonio to Dallas, Austin, and Houston, the four major cities here in Texas. We're looking at the latest numbers of the second quarter of 2021 in comparison to last year in 2020. Some of the key factors that most people look at is cost of housing, cost of food, restaurants, security, schools, as well as location. First, I'm going to share with you what's been happening in the housing market in these major cities. Austin is the most expensive place for housing compared to these four cities, and the average price for homes in 2021 in the second quarter was over $515,000. By comparison, Dallas-Fort Worth's average home price was $338,000, just a little over $338,000. And that is a definite increase for Dallas because they just jumped over the $300,000 mark this year. Next, we have Houston, which includes Sugar Land as well as the Woodlands area. Home prices in the Houston area are now just over $307,000 for this period this year. That's almost a 51% increase in price. The good news is San Antonio fares very well in pricing comparison of homes. San Antonio, New Braunfels area home prices are now at $286,000 and change, which is well under $300,000. And that's almost half the price of a home in Austin. So just to recap the housing prices between these four cities, Austin comes in the highest, then we have Dallas, Houston is more moderate, and then San Antonio is the most economical of all cities in Texas when it comes to major cities to live in. Let me just take a second to invite you to subscribe to this channel. If you're finding this information helpful, we'd love for you to subscribe, comment, and give us some feedback on things that you'd like to hear about San Antonio. There are so many factors when you're looking to make a move and trying to pick the best city for where you want to live. There's a website called Numbeo.com, which has a lot of comparisons for all major cities in the US as well as other countries. And it's a great resource if you're looking at one location versus another. And I'll put a link to that website down below so that you can also compare from where you're living now. Numbeo does a great analysis of quality of life, and it takes into account purchasing power, housing affordability, pollution, crime, health system, as well as traffic. And we're going to compare all four cities. The good news is all four cities rank high in quality of life. All four of these Texas cities rank in the green zone. San Antonio gets the highest mark overall for healthcare as well as the lowest cost of living. If you're thinking about moving to Texas, take a quick look at our video called Pros and Cons of Living in San Antonio. We'll put a link right up here so that you can take a look when you're finished with this video. Next, we're going to take a look at how cost of living plays into each of these four cities. Here's a list of all the categories that Numbeo's used to come up with the cost of living. In the description below this video, I'll give you the details of the monthly spend for a family of four as well as a single person, so you can check that out for each city. For the comparisons we're using today, we'll be looking at the family of four numbers. And Dallas is actually ranked the highest for the cost of living of all four cities. If you decide to live in Austin, you could save 6.5% versus living in Dallas on your monthly spend. Houston is even better with a savings of 9.3%. However, if you decide to live in San Antonio, you will save over 10%, almost 11%, and that equates to about $4,200 a year. What could you do with that extra savings? It might make a great family vacation for your family of four next year. San Antonio has a great quality of life. We also have the lowest housing cost and the lowest cost of living. We find it's the most beautiful, and we think you will too. Check out the link below, sign up for our newsletter, and be informed on what's happening in the San Antonio area. We hope you found this information helpful. Thanks for joining us today to find out why we think San Antonio is one of the best cities to live in Texas. And as always, have a great day.